Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passion, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections magazine.
Terrell Goodman is the CEO of TS&F Consultant and Management, LLC, a veteran-owned and operated family business that offers professional services for veterans. This company operates with a group of associate members with an average of 38 years of hands-on experience in their respective professions. They are committed to the highest principles, standards, and values to assure each client's success. To find out more, contact TS&F Consultant and Management, LLC today. Just call 877-365-0817, extension 104.
Great day, everyone. Hope all is well. This is Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Divine Connections is a magazine that comes out quarterly in print as well as online. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, mimes, anyone that's doing something positive in the communities. We definitely need a lot of positive media out there. And so I am here to help spread the good news. So if you would like to be a part of the next issue that's coming out, and the last issue for the year will come out in December. So I'm doing ads right now for that half page and full page. If you're interested in putting your business or your organization in that magazine, make sure you email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com, and we'll discuss how you can be a part. So how can you stay connected with Divine Connections? Subscribe to our email list to stay updated with great news and everything that's going on at www.divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Also, we have our Facebook page. It is Divine Connections Marketing. We're also on Instagram at Divine Connection. That's one word. And you can subscribe to our YouTube channel at The Divine Connections. And make sure you click the notification there as well. So our quarterly issue came out in September, which was my birthday month, of course. And thank you for all the birthday texts and wishes. And this is our issue for the September quarterly issue. And you can get your copy digital or in print, or you can subscribe for the whole year. You can go and look at all those options at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com/subscriptions. Magazines are only $12 for the hard copy. So if you would like to order one or a couple, just click the button if you want to increase your number of quantity, and it will do the work for you. So again, this is the cover for this quarter, September's quarter. Divine Connections. This is Bruce George. He does Genius is Common Movement, which is awesome. And then on the front, we have Antonio T. Smith. You can plant better and you can dominate is one of his favorite sayings. So he's making it happen as well. So go ahead and get your copy of divineconnectionsmagazine.com/subscriptions. Next, we are looking for sponsors. So if you would like to be a sponsor for the show, we do a 3-month agreement, and we're doing 30-second spots so we can share your business with the masses. And so you can do that for only $150, and that will last 3 months. That'll last to the end of the year, and get your information out there about your business and what you do. I would love for you to be a sponsor and support in others and connect with others as well and get your business or ministry out there. Okay. Next on the agenda, I am so excited. Next Saturday, it is our next event for Divine Connections pop-up. We're going to have praise dance, mimes, vendors, And we're going to be having it from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Mebane Art Center. That's in Mebane, North Carolina. And you can text 336-338-8903 if you're interested in being a vendor. Okay. There's a special price for that. And if you are a mom ministry or a praise dance ministry, we have at least 2 more spots, one in each category for that. And registration for that is $25 if you would like to participate, have your group mom or your group praise dance be a part. And that is phenomenal. And we're going to spread the good news. And then also, for the public to attend, it is free. So come on out, bring your family, friends, church members, any of your connections, your co-workers, and from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. October 23rd, Saturday. Next Saturday, we will be at the Mebane Arts Center, sharing the good news through praise dance and mimes and supporting our small businesses with vendors. Okay, so make sure you guys stay connected and go ahead and register for free just to be in the house and support our other businesses as well. Okay. So I look forward to seeing you there. We'll also be taking pictures. We'll also have some food. I think we're going to have some fried chicken, some baked chicken, some green beans, some mac and cheese. Okay. Some cakes, some banana pudding. So we're going to have some good food. Okay. So come on out and support our vendors as well. And then you get to shop, get ready for Christmas. That's coming up. And you can get some gifts for yourself and your loved ones. Okay. So make sure you stay connected with that. If you are a business owner or in ministry, or you have a book, or you have a gospel group, any of those, or you just need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business or your ministry, make sure you email me at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com, and you will see how you can get a copy or get a commercial, 30-second or 60-second commercial for your business or your ministry. That is one of the services that we provide. Okay. And last but not least, so excited that my new book just came out. It is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So I would love for you to get a copy. And if you can see that key with that faith on there, and that's what it takes. It takes faith for you to continue to have faith in God for things to happen, things that you can't handle, or things that you might see that you feel that you feel that you can handle by yourself, but with God all things are possible. And so we're definitely grateful for that. So faith is the key. All right, so the key connector, and then I'll give you some insight on some things of how I do what I do, as I've been working and building divine connections and things I've been doing in life. So go ahead and get your copy at The Key Connector, How to Build an Empire Helping People. Okay, the link is below. It is on Amazon. All right, awesome, awesome, awesome. So that is all the Divine Connection news for today, and I am so excited to have my guest on today, Mr. Anthony Stroman is in the house. Hey,
Dolores Williams, you're making it happen out there, young lady.
absolutely.
Congratulations on that new book.
Thank you.
Much prosperity in that new book, my friend.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so you are also out there making it happen. We were just talking about some things that I need to catch up on. With some, you had some seminars, I guess you could say, with single people, getting ready to have some for married people. And so I'm excited about that. Definitely need it. I love to hear stories and share good information. And so, well, introduce yourself for those people who do not know you and tell us where you're from.
Okay. Well, I'm Anthony Stroman. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I have my background is in banking and finance for many, many years. And my other background is in health and wellness. And so one day, several years ago, it came to me to combine both of these together, and I made it out of a crusade. Now we're doing it not only nationwide, but we're getting ready to do it internationally.
Oh, yes. Congratulations.
I thank God for favor with
Yes.
that. I've been on the trail for a minute because I realized that there's an intersection between both of those topics. You know, health affects finances affect health. And when I got that vision, I said, okay, God, I got it. And I
Yes.
have to teach millions of people how to make the connection No pun intended, divine connection.
Yeah, make the connection. Divine connection. Make it. Yes.
That's it. Come on now. And so we're doing some amazing things. So we're going to have radio, we're going to have TV, but it's going to be on an international level. We had a meeting with Kenya about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So a lot of exciting things happening because around the world it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Nothing under the sun, right, Dolores?
That's right. That's right.
Health, global, finances, global. Nothing new. Okay. And so that's what I've been doing. And lately we've been doing, like you said, we've been doing some nice presentations about relationships. And we have 3.
Yeah.
Basically, I said very quickly, we did one Thursday. It was about a queen looking for her king. That was hot.
Hey.
And then yesterday we did how to help singles during the holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
And the 30th is going to be about a king and a queen's perspective on marriage for those who have a desire to have a mate. We're going to talk about that on a Zoom platform the 30th at 12 noon. So we're just trying to go, we're not trying, we're advancing the standard of living for people. That's what we do.
Absolutely. Because the thing is, if you love yourself, and you have that household, start from the household, and build from there, build relationships from there, have a good relationship, then you have good marriages, then you have kids, it builds from there. And then, you have that inner circle. And then when you get out to the real world, you have all those, outside things as well. But with the core value, knowing who you are and just knowing some things about you. I know, like, I love myself. That's for sure. Somebody said I love myself too much, but a lot of people actually don't love themselves and they will act out in like negative ways. So that's a major thing. Now, I want to hear just maybe 1 or 2 of nuggets, what they say about the singles and doing these holidays. I'm just curious.
Oh, you're curious. Well, the bottom line is singles are not secondhand citizens. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They have value like everybody else.
Right.
And you want to be happy in your singleness until the next chapter.
Right.
Okay? And you got to understand the difference between being alone and being lonely. Because too many singles get depressed because they say, I don't have anybody. Well, you have to count right. Because you got friends, you got family, you got church, you got all these people, but we're thinking, I don't have a mate right now.
Mm-hmm.
Different little things to have fun and to enjoy yourself. Enjoy your single. There's benefits to being single for a season if that's what you want. Enjoy it while you're in it.
Right.
Okay? So you can win as a single.
I love it.
That's a little teaser right there, okay?
Okay. I love it. Awesome. So, and they have the marriage thing coming up October the 30th at 12 o'clock.
Yes, ma'am. And that's the perspective from a king and the perspective from a queen when it comes to having a victorious marriage.
Ooh, that's gonna be good right there. It sounds good.
Oh my God, I can't wait. With the Bishop Marilyn Thomas I'm partnered with. Oh my God. It's gonna be fire.
All right. Awesome. So how can people get connected with that? If they want to tune in? Are they able
to? All they have to do is reach out to me, send me an email or cell phone, whatever the case may be, and I'll send them the link. Because we're gonna create a flyer. Definitely, Dolores, you're gonna get a copy of the flyer, but they can hit me up on Facebook. It'll be on Facebook. But just hit me up and I'll be happy to send them the link for that particular event. And again, it's for married people and those who desire to be married.
Okay.
Because one thing about single people, you got to understand, because I'm a word person, as you well know, Dolores.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful not to say, well, I'm just going to be by these words are destructive. We'll get into that later on. But the things that you say have no idea. And then you cut off the possibility. You want to be open. Okay?
Yeah.
You want to be open. And I'll leave you with this. The question was asked to me on that platform, how you know that God sent? I said, well, listen, here's the deal. You choose, God confirms. That's the key. You choose. You got the power of choice, right, Dolores?
That's right.
But God confirms.
Right.
So anyway, so we had a fantastic time. I was seeing the recording of that. I think you're going to really enjoy it.
Awesome. I will love it. I can't wait. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So what we're here to talk about today
Oh, okay.
is well, everything is all good, all good. And so our subject for today is
Having a comprehensive estate plan for your family for generations to come.
okay,
Right?
right. So he's going to give some insight on the things that they provide, but more importantly, maybe a strategic way of how to get the family together in a more positive,
Yeah.
fun atmosphere where it's not stressful and a more settled atmosphere where you can come together and really talk about the real things that you need to talk about and the things you make to make wise decisions on and how to do that so that if someone passes away in your family that everything is taken care of and it is also written in black and white so everybody else will know what to do and how to do it when that time comes. So
Exactly.
the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you, Dolores. Let me start off by saying this. First of all, I applaud you. I salute you, my dear sister, my queen,
Yes.
for doing such an outstanding job of what you're
Thank
doing,
you.
impacting lives all over the country. I don't take it lightly. So God bless you. I also pray for Divine Magazine and yourself.
Yes,
So
sir.
all I want is prosperity for you, my dear sister. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
You're quite welcome. So let's jump into this really quickly here. Now, first of all, I'm going to give you some stats, okay, real quick. It is an epidemic. This topic is an epidemic. And what I tell people all the time, when we make something a big deal in our mind, it becomes a big deal and it becomes a hurdle because
Mm,
we made it a big deal. And you've heard me say this in the past. I use this acronym called DTI and VTI.
mm-hmm.
DTI stands for destructive thoughts and ideas. VTI is victorious thoughts and ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And everything is about headquarters. You know that, Dolores.
Yes.
Everything is about headquarters. So if you have the wrong perspective, it'll put you in quicksand and you don't move forward. I'm going to deal with some of that in a minute. But let's talk about some stats very quickly. Number one, 35% of households are traditional. 65% are non-traditional. Blended families, adoptions, adopted, all these different things in our society have taken place. It's only 35% traditional, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when it comes to women make up 80% of nursing homes. Now, I do have a statement to say about that because part of my crusade is the health piece, right? So I teach people if you take care of your health long term, you might not need long term care.
That's
Come on
good.
now,
That's
come on
good.
now. So you have to, on this side, take care of what the Lord said, $1 billion temple. So now, watch this. So 80% of women in nursing homes, okay? Now, when it comes to the four components that make up a comprehensive estate plan, we got to hear this because, my dear sister, millions don't have these things in place. And before I get started, Dolores, let me just say this to your audience. No condemnation. It is
Mm,
okay if you don't have these things right now. But once you get exposed to information,
that's right.
you're responsible at that point. So don't beat yourself up, lift yourself up. One
Mm-hmm.
thing about the word of God, we always have another day to get it right. Lord, no matter how we mess up and fall short,
That's
the grace of God, we can start all over. So don't beat yourself up, lift yourself up.
right.
But
Lift it up
starting today could be Happy New Year to you. I don't have to wait till January. It could be Happy New Year right now.
now.
That's
Right.
all we got, right?
That's
So,
right.
so here's the deal. So when it comes to a will, in America, over 62% do not have one.
Mm.
I'm talking about church folks, okay?
Right.
Let me be very, very clear, okay? And over 80% do not have a living trust. Okay. Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to tie all this in together. And it's like I said earlier, it is an epidemic. We need to address it. That's why God put in my spirit to talk that, the kitchen table movement that I started with all
Right.
those families. This
Right.
is why this is the crust. This is why it's so critically important. Now, so let me break down the four components so we can make this simple for everybody. If you want to protect your family, this is not only for married folks, this is for single people.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs to have one. Okay. And I'm going to talk about why some people don't. I got a couple of ideas about that. But let's break down the 4 components. The first thing is everybody needs to have a will. The last testament in the Bible is your last will and testament. That's another topic for another time in the Bible. Everybody needs to have a will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you don't have one, I'll break it down. But sometimes people don't realize that if anybody make their transition to heaven, do you want the state to take over your kids?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So everybody need to have a living trust, which a living trust and a revocable living trust is more powerful for the most part than a will.
Mm-hmm.
A living trust is more powerful than a will. So we call it a pour over will because it goes in. So anyway, just to keep it simple, you need a living trust. The third component to make up a comprehensive estate plan is you need health power of attorney. In this current environment, you need health power of attorney. Critical. I just got a notification of it today from my church. One of my members, ICU. I'm wondering, do she have a health power of attorney? So we don't think about it until we get in the crisis mode. This is what I'm trying to avoid people from getting in the crisis mode.
Right,
okay?
right.
Getting in the preparation mode. Now, the fourth part is making sure that you have a financial power. Oh, this is so critical. Financial power of attorney. Dolores, I can't tell you the phone calls that I'm getting, how many homes are being foreclosed, utilities turned off, all this stuff, because they didn't have nobody to take care of their finances. And it doesn't mean they made a transition, Dolores. They could be in the hospital for a short period of time, but who's going to pay the bill?
That's right.
Now, I will say this. Let me put a plug real serious about this. Sometimes when somebody transitions and when the bank get that notification, guess what happened, Dolores? They shut down your bank account.
Wow.
Guess what happens? Even though you had auto pay for your utilities, your car payments, your credit cards, your mortgage, guess what? Those companies don't know anything about that.
Right.
They're coming to repossess the house. Hello. They're coming to turn off your utilities.
Yeah.
When are we going to wake up from this coma and put these things in place? And here's the thing I want to just share this real quick. Don't make it a big deal. Get it done and enjoy your life and live life to the fullest.
Right.
It's going to give you peace of mind. The last family I did, the mother said, it just gave me such peace of mind once we got it done. It's not as bad as you think. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
And so what I say to people, Dolores, is when you put these things together, you're leaving a love letter to your family. It's a love letter. And then just enjoy your life. So let's break it down. So now, let's talk about a will. So when somebody has a will and they transition, you have to go through the nightmare of probate. You don't want that. It's extremely expensive to go through probate. Also, it's a long time. It can take a year, 2 years, 3 years. I've heard some stories about how long it took to go through probate, and not having any closure is stressful for a family. Families are falling apart because they didn't have these things in place. Nobody knows what to do. Okay. So also too, it can be public. Also, when you go through probate, you have to get an attorney, right? An attorney can get a percentage of your entire estate. I had a guest on one of my shows. He said it cost his family $700,000. This is real, folks. Okay, that's why you want to have that in place. So that's the side of a will. Now let's look at a living trust. The difference. Okay? Let's contrast them. Now, when you have a living trust, watch this. No probate. You bypass probate. No attorneys. You bypass the attorneys when you have this stuff set up, right? Okay, it's quick. You resolve everything much. Because here's the thing. There's a statement that I use. When we lose a loved one, we know it's hard, Dolores.
Right.
But here's the thing. Choose your heart.
That's right.
Choose your heart. So with a living trust, that's why I call it a living trust, because you can control it while you're alive. You can make all kinds of changes. You don't have to go back to the attorney 5, 6, 7 times and another fee, another fee, another fee, another fee. Once you get this package with these attorneys that we partner with, it's for life. 100 times. Okay. So they give you a binder. It looks something like this here. And I'm going to challenge the married people. I'm single, don't have any kids, but I have mine set up. Okay. Yeah. So here's the deal. Less stressful. Okay. No lawyer. And here's the bottom line. You got to decide if you want to play by your playbook or do you want to play by the playbook of the state or the courts.
Mm.
But the courts got a lot of power on the city. Even when you got a will, they can make some adjustments even in your will. People don't know that.
Mm.
If it's a young kid and you're talking about leaving him $500,000, it's a wait a minute, let's change this thing around. So what I'm saying, you know what I mean? So the courts have a lot of power. So the question, Lord, for your listening audience, do you want to play by the state's playbook or your playbook? Do you want to be in control as kingdom citizens? That's the mentality we're supposed to have anyway, right? Be in control, or do you want to be out of control and put it in the hands of the state? So that's the question.
Right.
So now, the third component is the health power of attorney. Oh my God. Okay. So when you don't have an advocate, the hospitals can do anything. They, you might have a cultural reason, religious reason for whatever. I'll give an example real quick, and this is personal to me because something happened to me years ago. So you have a loved one that maybe somebody had cancer, right? And I walked through this. So cancer, okay? And so they want to give your loved one something called Insure. Insure, Dolores, has sugar and artificial flavoring, right? Cancer feeds off sugar. So when you have a health advocate, you say, no, don't give my loved one Insure. They're giving people with cancer cookies and ice cream because of the chemo treatment to try to pep them back up. It's like putting fuel on the fire. It's insane. This is why you want to have a health advocate, because you can talk to the doctor, talk to everybody involved, medical records. Now you can manage and you can be an advocate for your loved one. I think that's a better deal right there, Dolores.
Right. Right.
So everybody needs to have we don't think about that. We've gone through life, we're busy. We don't think about, I need a health power of attorney until something happens.
Right. Right.
The fourth component is the financial power of attorney. Okay? Very, very, very important, because again, when the financial situation happens, all your accounts are shut down. Nobody can do anything. Okay? Who's going to pay your bills? So if you give somebody that authority, because you almost have to sue your relative to have access to their bank account, and now you got to go through attorney, got to go through probate, you got to wait for a death certificate. That takes 4 or 6 weeks. It's just stressful. And we can avoid all of that. And here's a principle very quickly. God has a plan for you, but he does not plan for you.
Like that.
You have to be better planners. God has a plan for you, but he does not plan for you. God is a planner, right? He has a plan for you, right? For you. So we have to be like him in his image. We must plan and not be in emotions all the time, but plan.
That's right.
I love the emotions. All of that is great. It has its place. But what I find, we have an abundance of emotions, but not an abundance of strategic planning. We don't have enough of that. So the financial power of attorney, critically important, because nobody's going to let you walk into somebody's bank account and pull the money out. It's not going to happen. Now, so let me give you a couple of reasons why I believe some people have a struggle with this. And Dolores, you let me know how we're flowing here as far as time, okay, my sister?
Okay, you're good.
Okay. Here's some of the reasons why I think to hold people back, okay? Number one, they're afraid to face it. Now, I don't know about you, Dolores, but I don't think I know it's in the Bible. We don't have the spirit of fear, but power, love, and of a sound mind.
That's right.
Where did this fear come from? Now, one thing we know, the enemy, he attacks us in our mind, right?
Lord, yes.
He's coming. That's why I'm always saying protect headquarters, master headquarters, mental control, mind management. I'm always teaching that all the time, because you got to protect your mind 24/7, because that joker don't let up. Okay?
I promise you don't.
He's coming at your mind. So we got to master headquarters. Now, here's the thing. So the first thing is fear. I don't want to face it, Dolores. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to face it. But the good news is when you do it, relaxation and peace. Okay? The second thing is you think it's expensive. Well, the contacts we made with this firm, they made this thing so super expensive. That's why it blows people's mind when they find out how inexpensive it is. And again, you do it, it's one time for life. There's no more money for life. So it's inexpensive. Okay? It's expensive if you don't do it.
Right.
Okay? The third thing is you hear the word estate, that kind of mess people up. You think it's for wealthy. Some people think it's for wealthy people. That's incorrect. It's for the middle class. Wealthy people can pay anybody to do everything they want to get done.
That part.
This is for the middle class. They need to understand, but the word estate thing, I don't have enough. I just have a house, I have a car, I have a bank account, I don't need an estate plan. Not true. Because if someone make the transition, do you want the state to take your house? Don't you have cousins and nieces? Come on, guys, we got to put this stuff in order. Okay? And it's happening all the time, especially in this current environment we're in right now, Dolores. Okay?
Yeah.
So therefore, don't think it's for the wealthy. That's incorrect. Like I said, wealthy can pay, they can do anything. Okay? Number 4, don't know what to do. But that's why we have these attorneys to put this program together. They take you by the hand and you can talk to people, walk you through the steps and tell you what to do, how to do it. So that's the excuse that has been eliminated. Okay? And the 5th one is a biggie, thinking that if they put a plan together like this, that they're planning on leaving planet Earth. That's in their mind. They think if they put a will together that they're planning to leave. Wrong thinking.
Right.
The thoughts. No, I want you to live to 100, 110, 120. I want you to be a part of the 120 club that I'm a part of that club, right?
Right.
You're not planning on leaving here, but we know one day we have to make that exit, right? One day, not now, but one day. Well, guess what? You're not planning to leave here. Don't look at it because, again, the wrong perspective will keep you in quicksand. It will, and then Satan will bombard your mind. Well, you better not get that done. You planning on dying? Why are you doing that? He's attacking your mind. You got to cast down those imaginations because it's a lie.
That's right.
Because he don't want you to leave a legacy for your family because he's out to destroy us and to eliminate us in any way possible.
Yeah.
So those are the 5 main reasons that can hold somebody back from moving forward. Now, when it comes to some rudimental things, you have some things that you want to think about, okay? Who do you want to be your executor to handle your stuff? You got to find a responsible person because sometimes our emotions get caught up.
Yeah.
Somebody might have 3 kids, and the second kid could be the one that's more responsible, right? But because you think the oldest, because he's the oldest, it might hurt his feelings. You go with the oldest, and he's not organized, he's not together, he's da-da-da-da-da. So you got him, and see, it's a touchy situation because emotions are involved. I don't want to hurt my kids, okay? So we have to use prudence and we have to use wisdom. Who's the responsible person, right? You got to have a backup person, okay? So there's a lot of components to this. Then also, I'm just kind of bullet pointing some things for everybody to think about, okay?
Right.
When it comes to, for example, long-term care, well, you got to make a plan for that. Uncle so-and-so is 85 years old. Aunt so-and-so is almost 90 years old. Do we have a plan? Okay, because see, when it comes to long-term care, one way you can self-fund it yourself because you got big bank like that, right? The second thing that you can do, you can get insurance for long-term care, right? The third thing you can do, a nursing home, we want that to be the last resort there, especially what's happening now. The nursing home situation, we can avoid it.
Yeah.
And then in-home care, that if you got a nurse, that can cost $5,000 a month. Or a son or daughter can take care of a parent or aunt, whatever the case may be. Well, they're not working on the job. The family got to get together. How are we going to take care? Family, communication. Okay. And so we don't want to wait till something happens. All of a sudden, okay, what are we going to do with so-and-so? All of a sudden he got dementia. This happens every day, dementia. Every single day. And this happened to a friend of mine in my church. And her sister, she called her sister one day. Guess what? Her mind was gone. Went up to the house, and I know it's heartbreaking. She went up to the house. Guess what? She didn't know who she was. This is the older sister. You know how difficult that is?
Yeah.
But again, if you had something in place, then you could have taken care of that instead of waiting. It's, I'm trying to avoid the stress. And I say it this way. When it comes to writing things, because documentations beats conversations, right, Dolores?
That's right.
Okay? So here's my thing. If it's in writing, there will be no fighting.
Right.
Okay? So here's what happens with people. When it comes to money and material things, you really find out what a person's all about.
Oh, yeah.
In the families are fighting. You got families that, I'm thinking about a friend of mine who, unfortunately, 2 years ago, his mother transitioned. Him and
Mhm.
his sister fought so hard for the stuff, Dolores, that my
Wow.
friend wound up with a stroke. That's
Wow.
sad. And so you have to, when it comes to estate planning, you need to have what I call a side letter, because
Mhm.
estate planning is for the house, the bank account, brokerage accounts, and all of that, right? Those assets. But then inside the house, you have TV, you have gold, you have jewelry, you have precious, all these precious things. We've had siblings have done this. Somebody transitioned a sibling, go into the house, raid the house,
Mhm.
take everything out, and didn't tell their brothers and sisters.
Mm.
This is what's happening.
Yeah.
And Dolores, can I whisper something to you? I
Sure.
saw the church community doing this stuff.
Mm.
People in the church.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it real. So
Yeah.
that's why when we do the kitchen table, everybody hears the same thing. It's recorded. You can't come back and say, Mommy said I can have the car. You want to hear the recording? Okay. And if
Right.
you minute to, took your notes, cut down on stress. Because see, Satan, he wants to come against the family. And that's why the kitchen table was born, because we're trying to, not trying, we're getting the family strong again, because he wants to destroy families.
Right.
God is the originator of the family. But there's certain principles and laws that we must follow to have what? A strong family. We
Right.
can't lose the point. So therefore, when you put these things in place, oh my goodness, you got, I mean, everything, and it's just, everything is tight. And I tell you a quick story. A friend of mine, a minister, she contacted me 3 weeks ago, and she told me, she said, Dr. Stroman, I must admit, what you're doing is so very important, because my mother transitioned, we had everything together. She,
Mm.
it was so peaceful,
Mhm.
from arrangements, from the celebration, everything, insurance, everything was tight, Dolores,
Mhm.
peaceful.
Yeah.
And on the other side, when you don't do those things, chaos.
Right.
And we know God is not the God of confusion, right?
That's right.
So we have to put these things in place. So those are some of the things that we need to now. What you also can do, if you have kids out there, to mitigate it and to make it nice and cool, you need to go ahead, if you want to, you can put your kid on your bank account to make it a little easier. Because
Mhm.
banks have different policies when it comes to even financial power of attorney for the most part. So you
Mhm.
want to reach out, what is their procedure about if somebody transitions, what's the procedure? Because sometimes you might have to go through another hurdle with the bank. So I recommend all of your listening audience to call your bank and say, what's the procedure if somebody transitions? And they'll tell you their policy.
Mm.
Okay. Now
Good.
the financial power of attorney is going to help you, but they'll tell you, they say the financial power of attorney is good enough. We're good to go. Or they might say, your financial power of attorney is okay, but we need you to fill out this document
Mhm.
to make it nice and smooth. So that's a little tip that I want to give to your listening audience, to check with your bank about how to handle transactions when it comes to finances, as opposed to just having a financial power of attorney. You might have to get another document from your respective bank. I hope that makes sense to everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
So that's important. Now, adoption and all these things we have to think about. So it's so much to cover, is that you have to do it in bite-sized pieces. That's
Mhm.
why we had a conversation before, Dolores. I recommend families to do three things. You want to pray first,
That's right.
okay? You want to have an agenda, and then
Mhm.
you want to have fun. That last part is very important. You want to have fun, because your brain is going to remember the last experience, and it's going to say, that wasn't that bad. So
Mhm.
when you sit at the table, there can be a movie, they can watch a movie together, they can do whatever, the virtual, I mean, there's so many creative things we can do now with technology.
Yeah.
And we're recommending that families participate in all these exciting things and just have fun, enjoy your family, love and enjoy your family. Okay?
Mhm.
That's very important, because when you talk about these sensitive topics, they can be an issue, because it could be make you feel uncomfortable, who I'm going to leave this to, and what should I give it to that person, and all these different things, all these different personalities. And
Mhm.
because the radio station that most people have is what? What's in it for me?
That's right.
That's what they tune into. Come on, Dolores, right?
Right. Yeah.
What's in it for me? Okay, but that's why you want to have the estate plan together, and that will and that living trust is so critical to put that together. Okay, how we doing? We doing good?
Yep. 5 more minutes. Mhm.
Okay, so here's a wrap up. Let me just say this to you, and it's this: do not let the spirit of fear keep you from moving forward. You have to reach out to me. I know the Lord's got my information right there, and it's so easy. It's so easy to do, because here's the thing: Are you leaving bills or are you leaving benefits?
Oh, that's good right there.
So we read the scripture, leave an inheritance. It sounds good to read it, right? Well, I want to, it's cute to read it.
Right.
But execution, that's where the game is played.
Yes, for sure.
We have too many people, Dolores, that what I call professional hearers,
Mm.
but amateurs at doing. Even this broadcast, some people are going to hear, no, I'm going to think, no, they're going to hear and they're going to take action. A lot of people hear stuff and don't take any action. Then they wonder, oh, that was a nice, I thank God for Dolores. That was a nice little talk. No, 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 no. We're not doing this for our health.
That's
We're
right.
doing this to impact your life to make a difference, but it's not going to happen unless you take action. Faith without corresponding action is dead, being alone, being alone. When are we going to get to the point that we have to take the action? It's not just worshiping. We worship God every day. I pray to God every day. But Dolores wouldn't have this platform if she just prayed about, oh, let me have Dr. Stroman on today and it's going to happen automatically. No, it doesn't work that way. Okay?
That's right.
Dolores had to be diligent. She had to reach out to me. She had to schedule all the stuff behind the scenes she has to do. Don't take the sister for granted, the work that she has to do behind the scenes, because I know it's some work. Okay?
Yes,
It's
sir.
some work. So therefore, take action. Don't be a person just, I know this gets me. I brought something to America. It's a sport that I brought to America. You know what it's called, Dolores?
What is it?
Lip aerobics.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you go, lady.
awesome, awesome, awesome. This is phenomenal. Listen, this is information that will cut down the chaos of the family in due of the transition. So definitely prepare yourselves. He has great information. It's a one-time, lifetime payment, correct?
That's right. Oh, that's right.
And you will get everything in order. And so
Mhm.
he has great, great, great information. So you definitely want to connect with him to get everything lined up, so you can have peace. There is nothing else better than peace,
Amen.
especially when you're in transition and it's a lot of things going on. A lot of people have passed, not, and a lot of families, individuals were not ready, still not, but this will help you prepare to be in a better place, something that you don't have to think about if you go ahead and do it while everybody's mind is good, everybody is peaceful, everybody's making, wise decisions. And I think you can also, if you need to go back and make changes, you can do that as well.
That's right. Unlimited changes, Dolores.
Unlimited changes. So this is something, the thing is making why I always ask God for wisdom. And this will definitely give one of the options of preventative measures, to prevent and to do things in advance. So at the last minute, you won't be stressed. Like he just said, a friend had a stroke just because of dealing with family and trying to do things. That's a lifetime of decision making and a lifetime of things that were done, and then under one incident you have a stroke and it changes your life. So you definitely want to connect with him, ask him any questions, make it happen, get your things in order, so that when the time comes, and nobody knows when that time will be, that you will be prepared in advance to take care of yourself and your family and have peace when that time comes. Okay.
Beautiful.
do,
Beautiful.
do you want to end with a word of encouragement?
Sure. I'll just leave you one statement out, well, two real quick. Number one, I want God to bless all of you with long life and health and
Yeah.
prosperity. But here's the thing, failure will never overtake you when your determination to succeed is strong enough.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, your original design is to dominate and to succeed. Walk
Yes.
in it, walk in it, walk in it, because nothing can stop you, because you're unstoppable. That's who you are. You're made like that. That's who you are.
I love it. Dominate and succeed.
Amen.
I Love that. Awesome, awesome. So thank you, Dr. Stroman, for coming on today. You are phenomenal as well. Thank you for doing what you do for different families and the creative way that you have done it, and continue to do it and spreading this. And this is definitely good news to spread throughout families all over the nations, all over the country. And so we want to definitely thank you for being here today, sharing that information. Grace and peace to you.
Thank you, my queen.
You are very welcome.
Much success on that book in the name of Jesus.
Amen and amen. Awesome. This is Dr. Stroman, my guest. I am Dolores Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. And stay tuned to our sponsors. And Dr. Stroman, you hold on, and we will talk to you guys soon. Make sure you like and share and comment on these videos. Get the word out. This is good news that we want to help spread all over the nation. You all hold tight, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you for coming, and like, share, and comment.
Terrell Goodman is the CEO of TS&F Consultant and Management LLC, a veteran-owned and operated family business that offers professional services for veterans. This company operates with a group of associate members with an average of 38 years of hands-on experience in their respective professions. They are committed to the highest principles, standards, and values to assure each client's success. To find out more, contact TS&F Consultant and Management LLC today. Just call 877-365-0817, extension 104.
Hey, we've got exciting news. We've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started